And we are live once again. Hello everyone, and welcome. What the fuck? Oh, we can just never have nice things, can we? Alright, hold on. Hold on. Gotta mess with all this. Once again. Let's try it. Hi Martin, how are you, friend? It had better not have also purged my save files. Okay, good. It didn't. I was deeply curious as to why it had deleted all of my video settings. I'm very happy to see that at least at bottom my save files are intact. Host 312. I am not sure if you're a real person or not, but thank you so much for the follow. Martin, if it's a bot, please be ready to smite it. I just don't know. Beggar's food bag. Alright, let's look over here. Sorry, Beggar. I require your alchemy ingredients for myself. That is true, Martin. Things are going very well for me. I am quite pleased. Who did I hear? It was just a guard. But who are you?
Hello.
Thamriel.
Thamriel of Tamriel.
Haha.
What are all those strange creatures in the garden? Where are all the white birds?
Rumors.
I understand old Dovin Aaron can still teach a bit about alteration.
Well, good for
You too.
him. Good for you. Let's see what else is going on out here. Oh, there's Thamriel's house. Broom and calipers. It's sort of a yawn, except they actually do move the needle on mercantile, so I'll grab them. Matthias Draconis.
Go ahead, please.
Imperial City.
Master Ambacano is a fine gentleman. Mad for old Aliot stuff, true, but he's got the dosh, so it's all right, ain't it?
Okay.
Uh-huh. Whatever you say.
No coins, Draninus.
Please be generous, kind sir.
Grey Fox.
He's a fairy tale. The Imperial Watch pretends there is a thief king named the Grey Fox who controls all the thieves in Cyrodiil. Of course, it's all just made up to give them an excuse to keep us down.
Is that right? Have a coin, Beggar.
Thank you, kind sir.
Rumors.
They say that when you murder someone, the Dark Brotherhood comes to you in your sleep.
The voice changes in this game are hilarious. Grey Fox.
He's a fairy.
Okay.
Go ahead. Oh, well, that's just the thing.
He's a fairy. Of course.
I'm listening.
Disposition maxed.
What a thoughtful gift. Are you looking for him?
Grey Fox. Yes, I want to work with him.
I think I trust you enough to tell you this secret. To learn more about the Grey Fox, go to the Garden of Dariloth at midnight. Look in the waterfront district of the Imperial City. I can say no more.
Quest added. Finding the Thieves Guild. There we go. Now it's gonna work. Hi, Lone Wonder. How are you? It's good to see you.
Blessings of anew upon you.
Alright. So, we have Finding the Thieves Guild. A beggar told me that if I want to find the Grey Fox, I should look for the Garden of Dariloth in the waterfront district of the Imperial City around midnight. The Grey Fox is the only clue I have to the mysterious Thieves Guild. Thank you, Lone Wonder. I appreciate it. Take this stuff. Why, you ask? Move the needle on mercantile, that's why. It's always the answer. Anything that's free to take. I don't think any of these flowers are harvestable, so don't really need to worry about them. Arrowroot. That's alchemically active. You love to see it. Alright. I think we'll have to come back here after a little detour to the market district. This 30 strength portion of the playthrough is sort of a giant pain in the ass, but we do what we have to. I'm doing very well. I mean, truly. That's probably not a surprise with the slew of good news in my life lately, but I'm doing really well. Thank you for asking. Alright, Thorinir.
What kind of deep... May I interest you in some of my fine wares? That seat. You drive up.
Just have all this nonsense. I will keep my ingredients. Thank you very much. Remember, if you're wondering why I'm giving things away, it's to raise mercantile, because it operates on a per transaction basis, and giving things away actually counts. It only counts sales, too. For whatever reason, it does not count purchases. Oblivion had some silly mechanics. I don't make the rules, I just play the games.
I appreciate your business.
No, Martin, I can't do that.
Goodbye. Please, come again.
It just, the timing just doesn't sync very well any other way. It's not really a big deal anyway. Alrighty. Here we are back in the Talos Plaza district. Did I already loot this one? I did not. Did I already do these? I did not. Aha! The Tiber Septim Hotel. That's one we'll get into. But the, a lot of the pressure on our carry weight is still going to get relieved when we max out heavy armor through working on endurance, and that doesn't take too long, which is good. I wonder, can I get in there without actually jumping? I doubt it, and I also doubt I can even jump high enough. Oh, no, I can jump high enough. I just got to be careful about it. Okay, good. Here we go. Steel Blue Entaloma. Oh boy. It's this game again. The Harvest game. I wonder what people think of a strange man hopping into the statue pavilion and picking mushrooms. Exceedingly less likely, Lone Wonder, yes. Many things are less likely. But less likely is not absolutely not. either. Yes, agility. And that's because I need to max out sneak. As soon as possible. Okay. Well, there's all that. Oh, wait, we got fly amanitas over here. That's nice. This 1 in 3 chance of heart. You only have a 1 in 3 chance of pulling the mushroom you're staring at out of the ground. Good luck. It's so stupid.
Well met.
Colatinus Vedius. Rumors.
Rosan is a talented smith. One of the best around, if you ask me. Good day.
There are lots of things that aren't going to be priorities. That's probably the best way to put it.
Can I help you, citizen?
Idius Hain. Rumors.
Truth is, the Legion doesn't know who is behind the Emperor's murder. We've already ruled out the Dark Brotherhood. So is this something worse?
That's true, Martin, and frankly, real-life relationships and work obviously take priority over video games. Unless people really start paying me to make video game content, which isn't going to happen, and I don't expect them to be clear. It will always have to take a backseat to real life. Alright, so here in the foaming flask, I'm really only interested... This is all stealing, remember, so I'm only really interested in explicitly usable stuff, which always includes alchemy ingredients. And gold. That's probably about it for now. Let's pick the lock into the basement and check things out here. Security to 17. Steel longsword. I think that's exactly what I'm currently using, isn't it? Yes. Gold. Ginseng. That's a good one. More arrowroot. Five flour. That's handy. Okay, this is a bunch of wine. Nothing terribly useful in the chest. 2 gold in that barrel. Alright. Back upstairs. Here in the foaming flask. Let's have a chat with... Well, first...
What is it now?
Let's drop in behind him and just get the food off of his desk or bar. Much easier when no one's in here with him. Alright. Do the same thing over here. Now we'll have a chat with Ernest Manus.
Welcome to the Foaming Flask. Good food, good drink. I'm Ernest Manus. Let me know what you need.
Imperial City.
I got no beds here. You need a bed in the Imperial City, you got 4 choices. The King and Queens and Luther Broads are in the gardens. The Tiber Septim Hotel is very nice, but very expensive. There's the bloated float at the waterfront. Sleep on a boat. And cheap, too.
Yeah, well, sneak is not coded nearly so poorly in this game.
Can I interest you in some of my wares?
It starts working more correctly much sooner. I'm afraid not, boyo.
Be seeing you.
Got nothing that compels me. A less rude song. We read that one. Crab meat and ham. beef, and grapes. The Foaming Flask Lodgings. Guide to Bruma. I believe we have not read this one yet. Alicia Otis's Guide to Bruma. Father Talos, protect us all. My name is Alicia Otis, and I'd like to tell you all about Bruma. Bruma is understood to be a Nibonese county, but in truth it is more Nord than Nibonese on account of its close proximity to the Skyrim border, and on account of the terrible cold and discomfort of its location high in the Gerald Mountains. Bruma is always cold and covered with snow, with braziers kept burning in every quarter to prevent the citizens from freezing to death. Everything is built in wood, since trees are so plentiful in the forests of the Gerals, and even rich men live here in dark, dirty wooden huts. It is little wonder that Nords are such drunken, heathen savages, for life is impossible in such a climate, and one might be tempted to drink into insensibility or sell one's soul just to find sanctuary from the bitter cold and relentless wind. Castle Bruma is cold and drafty, carelessly decorated, and dark with soot from the perpetually burning braziers. The smell of smoke and cinders is overpowering. The high ceilings are grand, but impossible to heat, and one is never able to get warm. The ancient layers of soot and filth encrusting the stonework makes it difficult to appreciate the exceptional stone carving. Except in its stonework and grand scale, the castle is like the log huts of the people, cold, dark, drafty, and dirty. Countess Nerina Carvane is a Nibonian heartlander, a dutiful chapel-goer, and a respected ruler, though she is a cunning and ruthless negotiator and has a reputation for sharp dealing and treachery. Administration of the county is efficient and well-ordered, and a well-trained and aggressive town watch under command of a hard-nosed Nord captain ensures that thieves and beggars are not very troublesome, though Nords are famous for drunkenness and rioting. Access to the castle is through a gate west from the town into a courtyard. The shops, inns, guilds are located in the north, either on the western terrace near the castle gate or below the terrace north of the chapel. The chapel is the central feature of southern Bruma, with houses ranged along the inside of the walls along the east and south. The streets are cramped and barren, since few trees and plants can survive the cold, but the town is compact and quickly explored. Bruma's Nibonian citizens faithfully observe chapel Sundus rituals, but the lower classes are unregenerate followers of the heathen Nord gods, and they keep to their own secret superstitions and uncivilized practices. You will not be surprised to find you can purchase good quality weapons and armor here, for Nord smiths are famous for the quality of their wares, but you should not expect to be able to purchase books here, for Nords are ignorant and not fond of reading. The fighters and mages guilds are poor and short-staffed, for no one wants to be posted to such a grey and cold land, but at least the mages guild is kept good and warm, though I shrink from imagining what infernal engines are employed to produce and preserve that heat. May the Nine bless and save you. Alright. The eastern provinces we've read. Biography of Baron Zaya V1 we've read. Fundaments of Alchemy. We've read that. Took me a second to remember for sure, but we have. Sneak's pretty good when maxed. It's certainly not game-breaking by itself. That relies on 100% Chameleon, which is this game. So definitely this game's equivalent of the Chinese stealth armor from Fallout 3. If you're curious. Alright. So far, so good. When I saw that this was called Foaming Flask Lodgings, I thought he was lying and he did have beds, but nope, looks like he's the only one who gets to stay up here. Let's take the alchemy stuff. The Madness of Pelagius. That one is new. The Madness of Pelagius by Sathanes. The man who would be emperor of all Tamriel was born Thoris Pelagius Septim, a prince of the royal family of Wayrest in 3rd Era 119 at the end of the glorious reign of his uncle Antiochus I. Wayrest had been showered by much preference during the years before Pelagius's birth, for King Magnus was Antiochus's favorite brother. It is hard to say when Pelagius's madness first manifested itself, for in truth, the first 10 years of his life were marked by much insanity in the land itself. When Pelagius was just over a year old, Antiochus died, and a daughter, Kintyra, assumed the throne to the acclaim of all. Kintyra II was Pelagius's cousin, and an accomplished mystic and sorceress. If she had sufficient means to peer into the future, she would have surely fled the palace. The story of the War of the Red Diamond has been told in many other scholarly journals, but as most historians agree, Kintyra II's reign was usurped by her and Pelagius's cousin Uriel by the power of his mother Potema, the so-called Wolf Queen of Solitude. The year after her coronation, Kintyra was trapped in Glenpoint and imprisoned in the imperial dungeons there. All of Tamriel exploded into warfare as Prince Uriel took the throne as Uriel III, and High Rock, because of the imprisoned empress's presence there, was the location of some of the bloodiest battles. Pelagius's father, King Magnus, allied himself with his brother Sepphoris against the usurper emperor, and brought the wrath of Uriel III and Queen Potema down on Wayrest. Pelagius, his brothers and sisters, and his mother Uthiela fled to the Isle of Balthiera. Uthiela was of the line of Dyrene, and her family manse is still located on that ancient isle even to this day. There is thankfully much written record of Pelagius's childhood in Balthiera, recorded by nurses and visitors. All who met him described him as a handsome, personable boy, interested in sport, magic, and music. Even assuming Diplomat's lack of candor, Pelagius seemed, if anything, a blessing to the future of the Septim dynasty. When Pelagius was 8, Sepphoris slew Uriel III at the Battle of Ichidag and proclaimed himself Emperor Sepphoris I. For the next 10 years of his reign, Sepphoris battled Potema. Pelagius's first battle was the Siege of Solitude, which ended with Potema's death and the final end of the war. In gratitude, Sepphoris placed Pelagius on the throne of Solitude. As King of Solitude, Pelagius's eccentricities of behavior began to be noticeable. As a favorite nephew of the Emperor, few diplomats to Solitude made critical commentary about Pelagius. For the first 2 years of his reign, Pelagius was at the very least noted for his alarming shifts in weight. 4 months after taking the throne, a diplomat from Ebonheart called Pelagius a hale and hearty soul with a heart so big it widens his waist. 5 months after that, the visiting princess of Firsthold wrote to her brother that the kings gripped my hand, and it felt like I was being clutched by a skeleton. Pelagius is greatly emaciated indeed. Sepphoris never married and died childless 3 years after the Siege of Solitude. As the only surviving sibling, Pelagius's father Magnus left the throne of Wayrest and took residence at the Imperial City as the Emperor Magnus I. Magnus was elderly and Pelagius was his oldest living child, so the attention of Tamriel focused on Sentinel. By this time, Pelagius's eccentricities were becoming infamous. There are many legends about his acts as King of Sentinel, but few well-documented cases exist. It is known that Pelagius locked the young princes and princesses of Sylvanar in his room with them, only releasing them when an unsigned declaration of war was slipped under the door. When he tore off his clothes during a speech he was giving at a local festival, his advisors apparently decided to watch him more carefully. On the orders of Magnus, Pelagius was married to the beautiful heiress of an ancient dark elf noble family, Catariah Ra'atheme. Nordic kings who marry dark elves seldom improve their popularity. There are 2 reasons most scholars give for the union. Magnus was trying to cement relations with Ebonheart, where the Ra'atheme clan hailed. Ebonheart's neighbor, Mournhold, had been a historical ally of the Empire since the very beginning, and the royal consort of Queen Berenziah had won many battles in the War of the Red Diamond. Ebonheart had a poorly kept secret of aiding Uriel III and Potema. The other reason for the marriage was more personal. Catariah was as shrewd a diplomat as she was beautiful. If any creature was capable of hiding Pelagius's madness, it was she. I need to take a little break here. I've got to hit the restroom. Sorry, I should have done that before I started. My bad. Thank you, thank you. On the 8th of Second Seed, 3rd Era 145, Magnus I died quietly in his sleep. Jolethe, Pelagius' sister, took over the throne of Solitude, and Pelagius and Catariah rode to the Imperial City to be crowned Emperor and Empress of Tamriel. It is said that Pelagius fainted when the crown was placed on his head, but Catariah held him up so only those closest to the thrones could see what had happened. Like so many Pelagius stories, this cannot be verified. Pelagius III never truly ruled Tamriel. Catariah and the Elder Council made all the decisions, and only tried to keep Pelagius from embarrassing all. Still, stories of Pelagius III's reign exist. It was said that when the Argonian ambassador from Blackrose came to court, Pelagius insisted on speaking in all grunts and squeaks, as that was the Argonians' natural language. It is known that Pelagius was obsessed with cleanliness, and many guests reported waking to the noise of an early morning scrub-down of the Imperial Palace. The legend of Pelagius, while inspecting the servants' work, suddenly defecating on the floor to give them something to do, is probably apocryphal. When Pelagius began actually biting and attacking visitors to the Imperial Palace, it was decided to send him to a private asylum. Catariah was proclaimed regent 2 years after Pelagius took the throne. For the next 6 years, the emperor stayed in a series of institutions and asylums. Traitors to the empire have many lies to spread about this period. Whispered stories of hideous experiments and tortures performed on Pelagius have almost become accepted as fact. The noble lady Catariah became pregnant shortly after the emperor was sent away, and rumors of infidelity and, even more absurd, conspiracies to keep the sane emperor locked away ran amok. As Catariah proved, her pregnancy came about after a visit to her husband's cell. With no other evidence, as loyal subjects, we are bound to accept the Empress's word on the matter. Her second child, who would reign for many years as Uriel IV, was the child of her union with her consort Lariat, and publicly acknowledged as such. On a warm night in Sun's Dawn, in his 34th year, Pelagius III died after a brief fever in his cell at the Temple of Kinnereth in the Isle of Bethany. Catariah I reigned for another 46 years before passing the scepter on to the only child she had with Pelagius, Cassander. Pelagius's wild behavior has made him perversely dear to the province of his birth and death. The second of Sun's Dawn, which may or may not be the anniversary of his death, records are not very clear, is celebrated as Mad Pelagius, the time when foolishness of all sorts is encouraged. And so, one of the least desirable emperors in the history of the Septim dynasty has become one of the most famous ones. Okay, what else we got? Calipers! And we hit the desk. Check out these sacks. Alright, that'll do it for the foaming flask. Let's get out of here. Let's go to our house. Do a little alchemy. The big idea here, apart from just the clean logic of exploring the Imperial City, since we started the Imperial City, is to max out alchemy as soon as possible.
How goes it?
How are you?
Damage, health, poisons. I mean, that's literally how we're doing business these days. Alright. So let me retrieve my alchemy gear. Every last little bit of it. Except my Nern root. I know I'm over encumbered. Does it matter? No. Okay. I still have far more Cairn Ballet than anything else, so we'll start there. It can mix with ham! And that's it. Alright. Goodbye, Cairn Ballet. We hardly knew ye. Next up is It's going to be wisp stalks, I believe. They mix with nothing. Fair enough. Next up is probably crab meat. I have 28 of those. Looks that way. And I've got nothing to do with it either. Such is life. That's okay, though. You're absolutely right, Martin. Alright, let's try Imp Gall. Anything? Anything? No, of course not. I gotta hit the next tier of Alchemy. Unlock more effects on these things. After Imp Gall, I think the Primrose Leaves were next. Can't use them either. That was 12. Okay, I have 8 Steel Blue Entaloma caps. And nothing to do with them. At least at this juncture. Well, that sucks. Alright. 5 Cheese Wedge, 6 Fly Amanita. That's next. Works with 2 Arrowroot. That's something. Before I put those away. Yes, Martin, that is correct. I'm well aware of the perk tiers in this game. So, Cheese Wedge and Flour. Potions of Restore Fatigue. 5 each. Then we've got carrots. And, ooh, great corn. And green stain cups. Alchemy increased. Let's do the pumpkins. They're heaviest. Let's do bread loaf. Hey, it goes with rat meat. That's nice. And I got 1 of each of these. Apple. Beef. Sure, why not? Ginseng. Can't do anything. I see. Fair enough. Fair enough. Martin. Let's put away the ginseng. Let's do grapes and lettuce. Green stain. Alright. That leaves mutton. Oh, wow. Okay. I guess that's it then. Alrighty. Put away the rest of the ingredients for what they're worth. And now I should be able to move. So we will go visit Thorinir. Hi, Jake. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Ray! Thank you for the bits, my friend. Cheers. It's so good to see you. How are you, my friend? Jake, I am playing on maximum difficulty, and so alchemy is pretty vital to me.
Have a look at my wares.
Damage health potions aren't affected by the damage penalty, which makes them one of the most significant ways I can actually accomplish, yeah, pretty much anything.
You've made a...
Oh, good. Yeah, my haggle bar is persistent from merchant to merchant. That's very important. Oh, come on. That is true, Jake. Summons are not affected by the damage penalty either. The issue, of course, is that I am also trying to do efficient leveling, and Conjuration is a relevant part of my leveling plan. I kind of had to choose between either Alchemy or Conjuration had to be part of it because of their relationship to the intelligence attribute, and I find Alchemy to have more utility and be more powerful than Conjuration is. You're terrible, Ray. Well, that's a shame. I'm sorry to hear that. I hope whatever's happening doesn't last too long.
Greetings.
I forgot to drop off my alchemy gear. Hi, Sauna. Good to see you.
Well met.
Yeah, I think Conjuration levels the absolute fastest of all of the magic skills, right? Like, because, you know, Oblivion has its silly per cast mechanic, just like Morrowind did. Huh. I'm a little confused. Why won't Thorinir buy these silly clothes from me? Or will he, and I just wasn't looking at it correctly? Or I forgot to look at it. I must have forgotten to look at it. One more trip to the market, sorry. Working on that mercantile. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and unless you rush to do the Enchanter's Tower DLC early, which I'm not planning on doing. It isn't really, but it feels a little cheap to me to do that. I want to at least explore my way up to it. But the, no, I can't even remember what I'm trying to say.
What kind of deep... Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
Yeah, he'll buy them. I just wasn't paying attention. Alright, Thorinir, we got anything else? Yes, we do. Good. Yes, please, buy all this nonsense from me. Whatever you like. Okay, good.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Alright, we got 1 point to alchemy from all that. Which put it at 47.
Please, come again.
That is not bad. We are 3 away. 3 alchemy ranks away from a whole new slew of effects. The 3rd effect on every ingredient.
What is it, citizen?
Okay. So we hit the foaming flask, and that was good.
Speak.
What's this? Rod's house. That goes to the Elven Gardens. Alright, Rod, you're next. Half-Life 3 confirmed. Ha! Yeah, no, alchemy will speed up considerably once I have the 3rd effect of everything. And whatever else Rod has going on, he's got lots of food in here, which is great. Food is to restore fatigue potions. Generally speaking. Not all of it, but a lot of it. I didn't actually want that silver plate. I can't really do anything with it. Thank you. He doesn't appear to be home. That's good. feel like he must have been hosting or something. All the food he's got laid out for a gentleman who seems to live alone. I want the iron arrows. Those will be useful. Alright, let's check his basement. Easy lock. The flowers can be stolen, but they're not an ingredient. They are just a miscellaneous item called a planter. I'll show you again when I go back upstairs in a second. That's it for the basement. Let's check the top floor. Yeah, so if you look, that's just a planter. The flowers are not a distinct item with alchemical properties like you might expect them to be. Very easy to Roger Odd's private quarters. And he isn't home. Good. Fancy. Manual of Armor. I feel like we have read that one. Yes, we have. I recognize it. A sweet roll? Is that an ingredient? Yes, it is! Let me guess. Someone stole your sweet roll. And here we have an average locked chest. Ooh, that's exciting. 18 security. Yahoo. Little gold and the brass pearl ring. All right. Thank you, Roger Rod. Come again next time. All right. Same deal as before. You know the drill. This is a very grindy part of the game. You guys know how I play. We do what we have to. This early investment in home base, alchemy, and money is going to make the rest of the game a hell of a lot easier.
Go ahead, I'm listening.
Martin says, next building. This guy gets me. Alright, so put away the iron arrows. Get out the alchemy gear. All of it. Except for the Nern root. Leave the Nern root. Yeah, I know I'm over encumbered. I would consider using trainers, but this game has the same, it's not foul language, I'm doing it in Morrowind, but it's got the 5 training per level limit that Skyrim has, so the utility of trainers is much lower in this game than it was. But I would certainly consider it for especially ridiculously, terribly grindy skills like the last few ranks of Mercantile, for instance. That sort of thing. Karen Billette can't do anything. Away they go. sell one Daedric Wakazashi. You are now a level 83 high elf. Oh yeah, Morrowind. Oh, Morrowind. You gloriously, gloriously broken game. Like, the one thing that sort of limits you in Morrowind is, and I say it's a very, very big sort of, is the inability to train a skill above its governing attribute. That only slows you down so much. Sorry, I was wrong. Alright, so my wisp stalk caps are gone. Next up is crab meat. I can't do anything with it either, because of course I can't. I'm really looking forward to that wonderful moment when I ungate another tier of effects. Alright, 16 Imp Gall. That's a no. Sorry if this seems tedious. It is, but it helps me stay mentally organized. And that's important with stuff like this. Let's try Primrose Leaves. That's a no. What else we got? Steel Blue Entaloma Cap. Come on now. Damn! Nothing. Frankly, this is another thing I actually think Skyrim does better. And Morrowind had it too. Yeah, as long as you have the ingredients, you can make the potions. Right? And that just makes sense. The idea that if you mix the right ingredients together, you somehow don't get the effects if you haven't learned them yet is very, very silly. Hi, Alex. So good to see you. 2 more weeks and then 2 months of 1-day work weeks. I'm not gonna lie, that does sound awesome. Alright, then we got wheat grain. Next up is 4s. Let's do carrots. We got cheese wedges. Sure. That's 48 alchemy. Holla back, y'all. Then we go into our 3s. Now our 2s. I don't know. I think that the existence of potion failure in Morrowind is more frustrating than anything in Oblivion. But the places where Oblivion has alchemy silliness, they make a lot less sense, right? Like, I would say that as frustrating as it is, potion failure in Morrowind definitely makes a level of sense. Even if I don't like it, and it makes the game a lot less fun, it makes sense to me. Like, Oblivion's harvest failure is super annoying, and it makes no sense. But I still find it less annoying than potion failure. I don't know, those two are pretty close. And the inability to use all the effects when you have the ingredients, like, that's just silly. That's just straight up silliness. Alrighty. So we got grapes. Sure. Can't do mutton either. Potato. Sweet roll. Alright, that's 48 alchemy. 2 ranks to go. First a visit to Thorinir. And maybe to... what's his name? The guy who sells home furnishings. Got 3 brothers.
Pretty sure I've got nothing to eat.
That's true, Martin. Although, the level at which potion failure stops happening in Morrowind is high.
What kind of...
Like,
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something to suit you.
I think between your intelligence attribute and your alchemy skill, they have to sum to 120 before potion failure stops happening. So it takes quite a while. I have not seen the new Deathloop trailer. I am confident that there is not going to be Silent Hill at the PlayStation Experience trailer. And so, rather than go disappoint myself, I have elected to play Oblivion today instead. And I'm also, tonight, I think, fingers crossed, I finally got my DualShock 4 working with Steam games. If that's the case, I'm ready to start recording Dark Souls tonight, which is exciting to me. Ooh, Mercantile increased. Okay, give me a second to see if I can do another tier of haggling. So Mercantile's up to 22.
Please. What kind of...
I don't want him to like me less. So, if I do that and try to sell this to you,
That's just not reason.
he says no.
Goodbye.
No,
What kind of...
I thought I did, but
May
I was...
interest you in some of my fine wares?
I think I was actually able to get it working just through Steam's native PlayStation 4 controller support. What the... Oh, there it is. Okay, yeah, it
A
swapped.
good price.
It swapped stacks. I was like, what the hell is going on? And I think I can afford some new home furnishings. Once I finish buying all the stuff for my Imperial City house,
You've made it.
I'm going to start spending money on spells.
Thank you.
We'll start with the merchants I can access here in the Market District, since
Goodbye.
I
Please, come again.
obviously don't have access to the Arcane University yet. Not you. Where's my duder? Where the hell is Sergius? I don't want to wait 12 hours, but... Where's the guy who sells my house stuff? Sergius, where are you, dude? Oh boy, Oblivion is Oblivioning on me. Merchants have just fucking disappeared. Let's wait until... Let's just go ahead and wait until tomorrow morning. Yeah, Alex, I'm excited to play Dark Souls. I really am. Okay, well, he's back. Who knows what the hell happened.
Go ahead, please. Have a look at my wares.
Alright, we're going to try haggling with him as well. Just because I do have a new rank in Mercantile. So we got the house kitchen area, sitting area, and wall hangings left to buy. I was able to move it. Nice.
What can I interest you in?
I think I can sell that back to him and increment up Mercantile again.
Good day.
Shadow of the Tomb Raider is good, huh? Yeah, I think you mentioned that in the Discord a while back. Tell me more. What's so good about it? Just like more of what made initial reboot so good.
Don't be the last to read today's Black Horse.
Which game are you talking about, Alex? I'm confused. Are you worried I'll be disappointed in Dark Souls? Because I doubt that. I'm sure its reputation as one of the greatest games of all time is pretty well earned. Well, I got a new container. Yay! I gotta say, my house, I mean, it's small. It's pretty cozy, though, as I add furnishings. Alright, now we're ready to get back to work in Talos Plaza. I'm gonna take another quick restroom break. I've been a little bit sick to my stomach today. I think that it's the oysters I had last night for dinner. My girlfriend got promoted at her job the same day I got hired at mine. So we went out for a celebratory seafood dinner. And it was very, very delicious. But, Themriel is in there. I want to wait for her to leave so I can get credit for picking the lock on her door. But, I feel like, yeah, I've been a little ill today, and so I'm having to stay very, very well hydrated to concentrate. Is KOTOR Remastered confirmed, Alex? Tell me more. What? Well, type more, and I'll read it when I get back. BRB. I mean, KOTOR was originally a cross-platform release for Xbox and PC, and that was it, wasn't it? It'd be crazy not to release it on PC. Alright, let's check out Themriel's house. Got my security increment. That's always good. We already spoke to Themriel herself. Onion, garlic, venison. You guys remember when Oblivion was getting promoed way back in the day, and Todd Howard had like that 15-minute long gameplay demo, and one of the things that he showed off was like the fact that you could kill a deer and then take his meat and make potions out of it. Anyone else remember the video I'm talking about? Not just me, I hope. Todd the God Howard. Ooh, a hard-locked chest. What could be in here? Very little that's actually useful to me, I'm sure. Iron short sword, iron war axe, iron warhammer. Ah, fucking leveled loot. You hate to see it. That's the other thing I really don't like about this game, generally speaking, is that there are quests that have really, really good rewards. And particularly if you got the good version of the rewards, they would make a lot of the rest of the game significantly easier. But you can't do those quests early on, because if you do them early on, you get the shit version of the reward, and you're locked into that. Leveled quest rewards are dumb. Alright, let's check out her private quarters. Okay, we got some books. Manual of Armor. Beggar Prince. That's new on this one. We look down upon the beggars of the Empire. These lost souls are the poor and wretched of the land. Every city has its beggars. Most are so poor they have only the clothes on their backs. They eat the scraps the rest of us throw out. We toss them a coin so that we don't have to think too long about their plight. Imagine my surprise when I heard the tale of the Beggar Prince. I could not imagine what a prince of beggars would be. Here is the tale I heard. It takes place in the First Age, when gods walked like men and Daedra stalking the wilderness with impunity. It is a time before they were all confined to Oblivion. There once was a man named Weedle, or maybe it was a woman. The story goes to great lengths to avoid declaring Weedle's gender. Weedle was the 13th child of a king in Valenwood. As such, Weedle was in no position to take the throne, or even inherit much property or wealth. Weedle had left the palace to find independent fortune and glory. After many days of endless forest roads and tiny villages, Weedle came upon 3 men surrounding a beggar. The beggar was swaddled in rags from head to toe. No portion of the vagabond's body was visible. The men were intent on slaying the beggar. With a cry of rage and indignation, Weedle charged the men with sword drawn. Being simple townsfolk, armed only with pitchforks and scythes, they immediately fled from the armored figure with the shining sword. "Many thanks for saving me," wheezed the beggar from beneath the heap of foul rags. Weedle could barely stand the stench. "What is your name, wretch?" Weedle asked. "I am Namira." Unlike the townsfolk, Weedle was well learned. That name meant nothing to them, but to Weedle it was an opportunity. "You are the Daedric Lord," Weedle exclaimed. "Why did you allow those men to harass you? You could have slain them all with a whisper." "I am pleased you recognized me," Namira rasped. "I am frequently reviled by townsfolk. It pleases me to be recognized for my attribute, if not my name." Weedle knew that Namira was the Daedric Lord of all things gross and repulsive. Diseases such as leprosy and gangrene were her domain. Where others might have seen danger, Weedle saw opportunity. "O great Namira, let me apprentice myself to you. I ask only that you grant me powers to make my fortune and forge a name for myself that will live through the ages." "Nay, I make my way alone in the world. I have no need for an apprentice." Namira shambled off down the road. Weedle would not be put off. With a bound, Weedle was at Namira's heel, pressing the case for an apprenticeship. For 33 days and nights, Weedle kept up the debate. Namira said nothing, but Weedle's voice was ceaseless. Finally, on the 33rd day, Weedle was too hoarse to talk. Namira looked back on the suddenly silent figure. Weedle knelt in the mud at her feet, open hands raised in supplication. "It would seem you have completed your apprenticeship to me after all," Namira declared. "I shall grant your request." Weedle was overjoyed. "I grant you the power of disease. You may choose to be afflicted with any disease you choose, changing them at will, so long as it has visible symptoms. However, you must always bear at least one. I grant you the power of pity. You may evoke pity in anyone that sees you. Finally, I grant you the power of disregard. You may cause others to disregard your presence." Weedle was aghast. These were not boons from which a fortune could be made. They were curses, each awful in its own right, but together they were unthinkable. How am I to make my fortune and forge a name for myself with these terrible gifts? As you begged at my feet for 33 days and 33 nights, so shall you now beg for your fortune in the cities of men. Your name will become legendary among the beggars of Tamriel. The story of Weedle, the Prince of Beggars, shall be handed down throughout the generations. It was as Namira predicted. Weedle was an irresistible beggar. None could see the wretch without desperately wanting to toss a coin at the huddled form. However, Weedle also discovered that the power of disregard gave great access to the secrets of the realms. People unknowingly said important things where Weedle could hear them. Weedle grew to know the comings and goings of every citizen in the city. To this day, it is said that if you really want to know something, go ask the beggars. They have eyes and ears throughout the cities. They know all the little secrets of the daily lives of its citizens. Alright. Galarian the Mystic we've read. Frontier Conquest we've read. And the Eastern Provinces we've read. Good. Guide to Cheydinhal we've read. Biography of Baron Zaya V3 we've read. Not a whole lot to recommend this house. Although we did get some ingredients and we got some good lock picking done, so. Hello.
I'm so happy to see you I could burst!
Elregale.
My name is Elregale. I look after Thamriel. He's a little strange. Touched by the gods, they say.
Interesting. Imperial City.
Thamriel says she hears voices. All the men and women who lived and died here for thousands of years. Maybe they left ghosts behind.
Ooh. Rumors.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money if you've got the stones for it.
Thanks for the tip.
Good day. I'm so happy to see you I could burst!
Very strange that they're so stoked on an intruder, but, you know, I won't question it too much. Who are you? Come talk to me before you leave.
I'm listening.
Ulan
Go ahead.
Athram.
Ulan Athram, of the Kraganmore Athrams. Made my fortune in the Flynn trade, and now I'm here in the city, living the life of ease.
Sure. Imperial City.
I don't miss Morrowind. All that sour tribunal grumbling and old-fashioned ancestor worship. Good riddance.
Ha. Alright, rumors.
Arthralos is a sneaky one. Kind of makes you wonder what he's up to.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Take care.
Thanks, Duder. Alright. I'm off for more alchemy.
Get your Black Horse courier here. You have my ear, citizen.
Good to know.
There is something slightly unnerving about a pirate staring at my front door. Get away from my house. It's my house. Not the Nern route. Alright, here we go. Venison, hey! We actually got to use some of that Karen Bollette from those early game caves. And I found 8 radishes. Do they do anything special? Nope. Just restore fatigue, of course. Don't stare at the wits at home. Well, I mean, don't you think it's a little weird that he's just literally like camped 5 feet from my front door, staring at it, not saying anything? Am I the only one who's weirded out by that behavior? Either in the video game or in real life? Okay, can't do anything with that. Alright. Well, that'll do us for now. Alchemy's got to be close to 4. Oh, Alchemy is at 49. I missed an increase at some point. We're like half a rank away now. That's good news. It is unusual to say. Yeah, there you go. Go away. Please and thank you. Bye-bye. Delicious. It's always weird to me when there's a storm that is like isolated.
I've sold some things.
To a particular segment of the city. It's like,
What kind of
if it's storming in the market district,
can
it
I
seems to
interest you
me
in some of my wares?
like it ought to be storming everywhere.
That's a fair.
Maybe that's just me.
That's a.
What I'd really rather do, Martin, is unlock, oh shit. Is unlock more, damage health. Okay, good.
What kind of?
I'm good.
Let's do business.
It turns out I'm good at quick saving, and thank goodness.
You drive.
And it's not a big deal to have missed 2 transactions, but I don't want to miss 2 transactions, you know?
That's a.
Yeah, what I really want is, I want to use those wisp stalks for damage health if I can. And it would please me to no end if I could unlock damage health on something else I have a lot of. Or at least can find a lot of.
That's a fine transaction.
All right, buddy.
Goodbye. Please come again.
All right, next house.
You have my ear, citizen.
Who are you?
Have pity.
Aha! Your athletic skill increased. It's at 25. Why walk when you can run has always been your motto. Now the miles of running and hours of swimming have paid off. You are an apprentice of athletics. Your rate of fatigue regeneration when running is increased by 25%.
Dralora Athram. I came here with Yulin 15 years ago. Best thing we ever did.
Imperial City.
Morrowind is still living in the Second Era. I can't believe how they treat Khajiit and Argonians. Here we are Imperial citizens, nothing less.
Rumors.
The Fighters Guild is recruiting again. Not a bad way to make some money if you've got the stones for it.
Haha, Usain Bolt up in here.
Bye. Good to see you.
Well, who else we got? Everyone's out and about.
Hello.
Angeli.
This is my father's house. He was lost at sea many years ago.
Imperial City.
I'm content here. Someday I hope to meet the right man, but not a seaman. Never.
Rumors.
The assassinations. What else is there to talk about? Perfectly planned and executed. The blade's perfectly useless. A complete disaster.
Well, Alex, I am sorry you died.
You did.
Kind of seems to be the nature of a Dark Souls run. Alright. Denari Amnes's house has a hard lock. Interesting. Oop. Got too excited. Wasn't paying attention. Well, you know what they say, Alex. Practice makes perfect. Beef. Beef. Leek. Beef. Garlic. Rice. Rice. Pumpkins. Carrot, corn, potato. Yes, please. I get the feeling this is going to be enough stuff to get Alchemy to 50, and that's exciting! Alright. Denari Amnes's basement. Very easy. Security to 19! Fucking Master Thief up in here. Average locked chest. Come on. Come on. My mouse. Ah, yes, there's a hair. If your mouse feels weirdly like it's responding weirdly, always check for an obstruction in the laser. Wow, useless. Although I'll take the security experience. Get good. What do you mean the homework, Alex? You mean grinding for souls? Before you go fight the harder bosses, or what have you? Damn it, I did not want to jump either. Fuck. My hand, when I wasn't really focused on my left hand, it moved one key to the right. Okay. Thank you. Let's stop now, please. No more dumb fails. Alright, good. Good, good, good. Grapes. Onion. Yes, please. Awesome. Up we go. Another average locked chest. I mean, getting some decent security training in here, I suppose. Iron Mace, Iron Warhammer, Iron Greaves. Iron is better than rusty iron! See? Yeah, one extra point of defense for the same weight. Fuck yeah. Although those aren't stolen, so I can keep them and sell them. Shaboomy! That's an actual extra point in armor rating from before. Hot damn, kids. Fucking tank now. Brief History of the Empire V1, V4. We've read all the brief histories. Alkanet Flower. Heyo, that's something. Biography of Baron Zaya. We have read all 3 of those, as well as all 5 real Baron Zayas. Relief to have all that done. Very easy. Iron Cuirass and Leather Cuirass. Let's see. Iron is 30 pounds, armor rating 5. Legion's 35, but its armor rating 6. I'll keep the higher armor rating. Followers of the Grey Fox. That's a new book for sure. We are the Fingers of the Fox, the Children of the Shadows. More commonly, we are known as the Thieves Guild. There are but 3 rules for followers of the Grey Fox. First, never steal from another member of the guild. Second, never kill anyone on the job. This is not the Dark Brotherhood. Animals and monsters can be slain if necessary. Third, don't steal from the poor. The peasants and beggars are under the personal protection of the Grey Fox, particularly in the Imperial City waterfront. Breaking any of the 3 rules means expulsion from the Thieves Guild. If you commit murder, you must pay the blood price to rejoin the guild. Blood price is for each person slain. You can pay any of the guild doyen. The doyen are the hands and eyes of the guildmaster. You take your orders from them. You get your favors from them. They can pay off the imperial judges to remove your crimes, for a small fee, of course. Our guildmaster is the Grey Fox. We don't talk about him in public. However, we make sure that most folks think he is just a myth. We're thieves, not masons or scribes. Each member steals at his own discretion. The guild neither helps nor hinders with a burglary. However, you will find that you can only sell stolen property to one of our guild fences. Other merchants won't take hot merchandise. You won't be considered for promotion in the Thieves Guild unless you have sold enough stolen property to the fences. The higher in the guild you rise, the more stolen property you need to have fenced. If you should be called to help the Grey Fox in some special way, remember that the best source of information is the beggars. Their eyes and ears seem to be everywhere. However, be prepared to spend a little coin. They won't tell you anything for free, at least not anything true. The guild takes care of its own. The doyen can remove the bounty from any guild member. However, it takes money to bribe the guards. The guild member must pay the doyen half of his total fines to get rid of them. Alright. I think at this point we should definitely have enough stuff to get alchemy to 50. That is an exciting development.
Around here recently. Oh.
All right. Get it all out. Except the Nern root. It's always except the Nern root. Alright, here we go. Nothing on Karen Billette. That's fine. Currently nothing on Wisp Stalks. That's fine too. Nothing on Crab Meat. Nothing on Imp Gall. Nothing on Primrose Leaves. Plenty on rice. Boom! Your stained fingers attest to your diligence in mixing potions and learning their secrets. You are now a journeyman of alchemy. All potion ingredients have 4 potential effects. You can now automatically identify the first 3 effects. Nice. Alright, let's save with that accomplished. And let's see. Karen Billette and Wisp Stalks. Damage intelligence. Oh, snap. Here we go. And Flyam needed a boot. Nice. Alright. Get rid of the Karen Billette for now. That was fun. Okay. How about crab meat? Green stain shelf, damage fatigue. And mutton, also damage fatigue. Alright, still not a whole lot to do with crab meat. Must need to get it to expert level. But Alchemy's already at 53. Behold. Much speed. I like. Okay, what else we got? Imp Gall. Still nothing. Amazing. Primrose leaves? Still nothing. Fine. Be that way. How about Steel Blue Antiloma? Still nothing. Fine. Drop those 3. We'll get to them, I'm sure. Alright, what else we got? Ginseng. Oh no. Oh no. Stream looks good, but my game's fucking up. Oh, hey, there we go. My display just like reset itself. Did you guys see anything? Alright, now ginseng can mix with both apple and potato. Lone Wonder, that is a great idea. I will do it presently. And thank you for the worthy suggestion. Game's frozen now? Oh, yeah, I see that. Yeah, there's a brief bump, and now the game's not streaming correctly, is it? Okay, hang on. Let me see if this fixes anything. No, you guys still can't see it, can you? Okay, well. Let me save. And quit. And let's see, the webcam is working. Let me just restart the display capture, see if that works. Try hiding it and re-enabling it and restarting the game. Hopefully that'll do the trick without having to reboot everything. The main idea is not to have to restart the stream, and it looks like we've avoided that, thankfully. Okay, back to it. Carrot, cheese wedge, corn, garlic, grapes, leek, onion, sweet roll. Alright. I think that puts out... Oh, wow, I'm still over encumbered. Well... Okay, hang on. Let me put some shit back. Let me try and get myself where I can reach both things. Didn't quite work, did it? Kapla, thank you so much for the resub. Lovely to see you, my friend. Welcome back. How are things? Okay, we'll put the calcinator back. Settle down. Fine. Put the alembic back too, for the moment. Yeah, I'll put the rest of my actual alchemy stuff in this set of drawers. That should work. The alembic, the mortar and pestle, and the retort can all go in here. The calcinator And 6 of the crab meats to start can go in there. And do 11 more of the crab meats. Yeah, because this will allow me to just take all. That's a really good idea. Alright, can't quite do the imp gall. That's alright. I will actually leave the Nern root because I don't intend to use those in potions anyway. Consider those quest items, not ingredients. Very good. Alright, let's go visit Thorinir. Many, many new potions. Excuse me. Hey, Apotham. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. It's good to see you again. How are you, my friend?
Lend my ear, citizen.
Have pity on an old war veteran.
What kind of deal?
Settle down.
Have a look at my wares. I'm sure there's something
Okay.
to suit you.
Have the rusty iron greaves.
An excellent bar.
Have the poison of
You
burden.
drive
Have damage agility. Have damage fatigue.
an ex.
Have damage luck.
That's more than.
We'll do the big stack
That's
last.
And that you got that's an ex.
Very good. Sorry for this little bit of tedium. It's the way they programmed alchemy. Don't blame me. Blame them.
That
I'm not about to waste potential mercantile experience.
a good. You got a good. That's
Mercantile increased. Okay, hold on.
thank you.
Every time that
Goodbye.
happens, we need to see if we can increase our haggle. What's mercantile at now? It is at 23.
Please, come again. What kind of deal can I make for you today?
KOTOR remake, yeah. Just as I have started recording episodes of the original one. I'm like 3 episodes in now. Something like that. But that's okay. We can do the original first, and then
What can I interest you in?
if my patrons want me to play the remake, we can do that too. Alright, buddy. Can we haggle you up a notch?
That's a good deal.
We can!
You got. That's. You got. That's. That. A good.
So it's a full-scale remake, not just a remaster or anything like that.
A good. A fine. You got. That's a good deal.
Trailer gave no information. Well, I will watch the trailer after I wrap up the stream today. I'm going to record my first episode of Dark Souls for the YouTube channel tonight. I'm excited about that too.
A fine transaction.
I tried to play Dark Souls once years ago.
You got a great
Because
deal.
my now ex-brother-in-law gifted me the Prepare to Die edition on Steam, which is still what I'm going to play, but
That's more than I'd usually.
it's an abysmally bad PC port,
Goodbye, please.
and with the mouse and keyboard, I literally could not beat the Asylum Demon. So I'm looking forward to maybe having that go just a little bit less horribly, playing with a controller and trying again.
Anytime now.
Alright, Sergius.
Yes?
First,
Have a look around.
let me see. Ooh, boy. I know that's not going to work. Try again.
Tertullian, sir. Have a look at...
Just one notch. We only raised it by one. I want to see if it works. It does.
Enough.
We're about to be finished buying furnishings.
It's my pleasure.
Let me see if I can do
Let's
another. I could. Alright, well. We can give those away to clear them out of our inventory.
Tell your friends about me.
Farewell.
Okay, let's go back home. See about my new furnishings. My completed house! First house finished. Yay! Of course, I bought wall hangings, and I'm compelled to ask, what fucking wall hangings? I don't see any. But the house is finished now. Maybe outside? Must be. Anyway, our first house is finished. Yay! Congratulations to us. Now let's go spend whatever gold I have left on some spells, and then we'll get back to looting houses.
You have my ear, citizen.
Edgar's discount spells. Here we go. What's up, dog?
Edgar Vautrin, you don't want the very best. You want cheap. And I got cheap.
Well,
Have a look at my wares.
man knows his business, doesn't he? I have 346 gold. Oh, fascinating. What if I put in there? Does it work? I'd like to know. It does work. Okay, So,
Edgar Votri. I offer the finest. Take care. Yes? What can I interest you in? Oh, you need to make a better offer.
alright. Nope. Buying at,
Only quality.
this is the one. Okay. It's 346. I'm inclined to go ahead and buy the most expensive one first. Drain skill, destruction. Drain destruction, 15 points for 25 seconds on target. Requires destruction skill of 50.
Thank you for your patronage.
Sure thing, Hoss.
Good day.
Alright, let's go loot more homes. Although, actually, quick stop at Thorinir's first, just to drop, like, the 2 items that we picked up from that crate. Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, that crate outside our house, but we'll just do that in the next round. Only through bribing, because, Speechcraft is part of my leveling plan. So, no, not if I'm out of gold. But I won't be out of gold for very long.
Speak.
We've established that, I think. Okay. What do we have out here? Fly Amanita! More harvesting. Jesus Christ, Marie. More. Oh, we're so sorry. You failed. You failed to pick up the giant mushroom that's right in front of you. You only have a 1 in 3 chance of picking up the giant mushroom right in front of you. LOL, you mad? Yeah, a little. That's really silly. Not only that, but those odds never go up. You can become a master of alchemy who's capable of synthesizing potions from a single ingredient, but you will never be guaranteed the ability to pluck a mushroom out of the ground. Imperial City Palace? Oh, damn. Well, here in the water, we've got Sacred Lotus. Oh, don't you lock me out. It's a fucked up texture brush. That's okay. Actually, it's not okay. I'm gonna go TCL it in a second. You didn't really think I was gonna let that stand, did you? Boom. Fucking right. I wonder, are Sacred Lotus guaranteed? Not guaranteed, but they seem to have a much higher success rate than the Fly Amanita does. Which is frankly even more confusing to me. Anything in this walkway? No. Alright, let's check out the next pool. I'm sure I could mod it out, Lone Wonder, but I don't really care. Like, this game is old enough that the load times are so low, I don't really care about having to save scum. I mean, it loads lightning quick. Which is nice. Very nice. Alrighty. Here's another little garden. More fly amanita to harvest. My favorite. My complaint is more about how silly it is than it actually being like a significant mechanical hurdle to harvest the mushrooms.
Could be a dangerous situation.
Jack Ben, Earl of Imble.
Jack Ben, Earl of Imbel.
Look at his eyes, he's a
We do not
vampire.
know one another. And given your modest social standing, I doubt we ever shall.
Imperial City.
It's so kind of you to favor me with your attention. Please excuse me if I seem unappreciative of the honor. Was I insufficiently clear? I beg your pardon. You do not interest me. We will not be having further social discourse. What do you want?
Rumors?
The Tiber Septim Hotel is a nice place. It's not cheap, though.
Alright, duder.
Goodbye.
Mivrina Arano.
I don't have time to talk.
Imperial City.
People in the city, they get stuff and forget to pay. So I help them remember. You talk to them, lean on them a bit, and they remember right away.
You seem kind. Rumors.
If you need to get rid of something quickly, check out the copious coin purse. I have things to do.
Apparently. Mean people out at night. Okay, who's here? Areldil's house with the very easy lock. Asleep upstairs if I had to guess, so we'll just need to be a little careful, maybe wait to go explore up there until daytime. We can get the other stuff in the interim though. Bouquet of flowers. That's also not an ingredient. Areldil's basement. Very easy. Honest, unsassy folks sleep at night. Sure seems that way. Okay. We'll go check upstairs. Very easy to the private quarters. Security to 20! No one's home. Wonder where Areldil is this time of night. Fascinating. Hard locked jewelry box. Damn. Got too excited. Copper topaz ring. Much clothing. Here's some food. Beggar Prince. Well, we just read that. And that's everything. Another nice, clear home. Alright. Back to our house for more alchemy! You
Here to
guessed it.
relieve you. Another day, another septum.
Yeah, we'll do this street next. I guess I'll check these barrels right quick. Stuff's free to take. I'm suddenly interested in actually being done with the exterior, so pardon me a moment. Had to TCL to access these mushrooms. Bethesda gonna Bethesda, as we say. I don't know, Martin, but I already own a copy of Prepare to Die, so even though the remaster is discounted, I would rather play the one I own and not spend any extra money. I imagine it doesn't, but I don't know. Someone in chat might know. Ah, ha, ha, ha. Oh, those were the days, weren't they? Ye old Fallout 3 playthrough. Good times. Alright, boom. Here we go! Karen Millette and Fly Amanita. Skadoosh. What else we got? Crab meat is still the most common, but I can't do anything with it. Fair enough. Arrivederci crab meat, we hardly knew ye. Eventually I'll be able to use it for something. Surely. Sacred Lotus seeds. They go with Imp Gall and Steel Blue Entaloma caps. Hot damn. Very good. And we just ungated all sorts of shit, didn't we? Primrose leaves. Still can't do anything with those. That's alright. What'll be really silly is once alchemy is mastered and I can literally just make potions out of single ingredients, whatever I like. Just find something whose top effect is damage health and roll. We're on the 3s. Awesome. I feel like I suddenly have, like, ooh, 16 damage health poisons. What? We're not selling those. No, sir. I'm actually gonna stash those over with the rest of my gear. Yeah, so what do we have left? Not a whole lot. We've been able to use most of our ingredients. What am I still over encumbered by? Probably damage health poisons. Tell you what, I'm going to put those away. What's so heavy? What am I still carrying? Something I've forgotten about. Oh, yeah, a bunch of junk, of course. Well, Now let's drop some heavy shit. Alright, we'll be back. Yeah, those damage health poisons, those will get us through a good chunk of combat, which is nice. When we're ready to get back to, call it, more exciting modes of adventuring. Which is kind of going to be a little while, although I think I will, when I'm done with the homes in each district, I might tackle the sewer map underneath each one.
What kind of...
And we'll fight a few hostiles that way.
I offer the finest goods and lowest prices in...
That'll allow me to keep some pace on, heavy armor raising, for instance.
That's
Number 5 sticks in your head after playing Skyrim, because that's when it goes to single clicks. No, just me.
Come back.
Alright, Mercantile is at, I want to say 24? Yes.
Please, come. What kind of...
Let's see if we can haggle him another level.
I offer the... You've got to be... Thank you.
We cannot.
Goodbye. What kind of... I offer the... And... A fuck... That's... You got... A
Mm-hmm.
You got... You got... That's more than I...
Alrighty.
I appreciate you.
Sure.
Goodbye, please.
Let me run back and pick up the rest of the stuff. Where's Alchemy? 57. Nice. Some of these skills are getting up there. Alchemy in particular. That's the big one.
Almost any creature you find is liable to give you a disease.
Okay. Now, I'd like to gather my shit. I think that's all of it. I'd like to move my poisons over yonder. They are adventuring gear. They will live in here accordingly. Anything else? Nope, rest is good. Go offload the rest of these little bits of junk to Thorinir.
Spare a coin for the infirm.
We'll go visit Edgar. Buy a few more spells.
Anyone looking for work?
What can I interest you in? Thank you.
Excellent.
Goodbye. Please.
Okie dokie. Now, we got another mercantile rank, so we'll try haggling him up as well. Just to see if it works.
Can I interest you in?
And what's his most expensive spell? I think it's Fortify Magicka, isn't it?
That's just not reasonable.
And no. He will not.
What do you want?
He will not
Can I
let us do
interest-
it at that level. For some reason, his persists between saves, which weirds me out a little. But anyway, Fortify Magicka. Okay, Absorb Skill Alteration, 333. That's his next most expensive. And then, okay, I'll hold off spending more until we can get Summon Scamp. Well, no, I might as well buy whatever I can. So 145. Let's see. Do Greater Fortify Fatigue. Then 14's not going to buy anything.
Thank
so
you.
That's okay.
Come again.
That is okay.
Take care.
Alright, back to Talos Plaza yet again. Just give me 1 second. My chat is frozen. There we go, now I see it. Hi, Meerkat! Alex, yes. Thank you for the timely request before I start recording. I'll make sure to move it over.
The children are starving.
Alright. Let's see, did I do this one? I did, didn't I? Areldil's house. Yeah, this is the last one I did do. Okay. So, next up will be Dorian's house. I need to wait until it's locked. Meerkat, I'm doing very well. Very well, actually. I have a job. I'm gainfully employed. I start Monday. That's amazing. been a long time. But I'm very excited about it. How are you, my friend? Come on, lock it up. I have desires to pick this lock for the glory of my security skill. Ha! 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 Well, I mean, Apotham, that is the joke. Seems like it's hitting a little close to home for a lot of people. There we go. Alright, Dorian's house has a hard lock, and I've been going over 2 hours. So, this is where we are going to end this afternoon's Oblivion stream. And this is where I thank you very much for watching. Yeah, everybody who's in here, everybody who tuned in today, I really appreciate your time. If you're new and you haven't yet, I hope you will give the Twitch channel a follow. If you're watching later on YouTube, of course, all of my Twitch streams get archived over there as well. So if you subscribe to the channel, you won't miss anything. I am looking at who's live right now. I see no one I feel particularly compelled to raid. So I am just going to go ahead and cut it right here. Again, thank you all so much. I imagine that streaming is going to get less frequent. You know, I've been shooting for 3 a week. I've been pretty good about hitting that the last couple months, but I'm going to have less time after I start working. That's just how it is. So we will kind of feel that out in terms of streams. I can tell you that the YouTube channel is currently a lot more important to me. It's just a lot easier to manage because, you know, I don't have to do it in real time. I can record whenever. I can sit down and record a 10-minute chunk if I happen to have 10 minutes, and then I can splice it to another 10-minute chunk that happens later, and I can set them to schedule a premiere way in advance. It's just, for a lot of reasons, YouTube's easier to do, so it's also the priority for that reason. But I assure you, we will continue streaming whenever possible, and that should include tomorrow, actually. I am planning on doing a Thief 2 stream in the early afternoon tomorrow before I disappear for the weekend, like I always do. So watch Discord for exact times. Thanks again for tuning in. I really appreciate it. Everybody have a great day, and I'll see you tomorrow for Thief 2.